Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quickly out to the tight end. Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Off play action on first down. Got a man, it's Johnson. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense. And now it's fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, and it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
It's first down from the 11. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete! And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touchdown, Memphis! Fired in from the red zone toward the score. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Memphis will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the... This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Trying to escape and get it himself. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, he wants it all. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw.
Going downfield for the big play. Pass is incomplete. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Memphis will be forced to punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He's got it. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that.
Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they'll... They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give on the inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Punch it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he picks up a Memphis first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Back open in the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Calls his own number. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you...
Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future. And, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He's going to let it go. He's got it for a big play. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still...
Touchdown, Memphis! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know...